Hi, so if you wanted another reason to get mad when old people tell us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, I got you. In order for our generation to have the same buying power as people did in the 1970s, minimum wage would have to be $66 an hour. Minimum wage at $66 an hour. Meaning the burger flipper should get $66 an hour, because that was the same buying power that they had in the 1970s. To put this in perspective, one full week, 40 hours of work in the 1970s was the equivalent of almost an ounce and a half of gold in today's money. Do you know how much that would be worth? That's almost 6 grand worth of gold for 1 week of work at minimum wage in the 1970s. So if they had no other expenses, they could buy almost an ounce and a half of gold for 1 week of work, equivalent to $6,000 a week in buying power in today's money. So when they tell us to cancel our Netflix, to stop eating avocado toast, to stop getting our frappuccinos, and then we'll be able to afford a house, I want you to tell them that statistic. Because in order for us to do what they did, at minimum wage, we would have to work over 800 hours to afford an ounce and a half of gold. And they were able to do that with 40 hours of work. So no, my generation isn't lazy. You guys had everything handed to you, and then you pulled up the ladder behind you. We would have to work 200% more than you had to in the 1970s. But we're the lazy ones. When you're the generation that could have gone to Harvard and come out debt-free if you had a minimum wage job. And we could work 120 hours a week at a minimum wage job and still not come out of Harvard debt-free. You call us entitled when all we want is the same opportunity you had. My grandparents bought their house for $30,000, and that house is worth over $230,000 now. An ounce and a half of gold at minimum wage is a number I will never get out of my head. Thank you all so much for watching, and I appreciate your face.